Hello, my friends. Today I'm going to be making a chocolate cake mug cake, and it is so good. I've been eating it almost every single night for a snack. It makes a huge serving, and here's the best part, you guys. It's a fuel pull. It's a fuel pull. Like, when I can find a recipe that's a fuel pull that's delicious and it's sweet, like, forget about it. That's just, it's like the best, the best. So I want to show you what I do to make my life easier, and I hope that it will help make your life easier too if you decide to try this. So the first time I make a recipe, if I'm not sure I'm gonna like it, I just make the one serving of the recipe, right? You gotta try it out. But then when you know you like it, who wants to pull out all of the ingredients every time, especially if you're finding that you're eating it like almost every single day? I don't want to do that. So what I do is I prep the dry ingredients, and then all I have to do when I go to make this again is get out the few wet ingredients that I need. So that's what I'm going to do right now. So we need a tablespoon of oat fiber. This is a Trim Healthy Mama product that I buy. I'm sure you can buy it other places as well. Let me tell you what I'm doing. I have a sandwich baggie inside this glass just to keep it standing upright. And I actually have 4 of these right here because I'm gonna prep 4 more of these. I've got the one that I'm gonna eat and then 4 more that I can put in my pantry. I could probably prep 50 of these, but I don't have time for that. But anyway, so I'm put a tablespoon of oat fiber in my bowl, but then I'm also doing it in my baggies because I already have all of the ingredients out. Why not, right? Like, why am I gonna drag all this stuff out again? And I mean, it's not all this stuff. I mean, it's not like it's 50 different, ingredients, but still, right? So this recipe is from sherrygraham.com. Sherry, I don't know who you are, but you are a genius. She has, I think, 4 or 5 other fuel pull mug cakes. On her website, there's like a lemon one, there's a vanilla, there's a spice, and I think there might be one more, maybe like a pumpkin, I can't remember. I've tried the lemon one, I really do like that. But this chocolate one, I tried the spice, and it was, I really like, when I have something that says it's spice, like with the cinnamon and the nutmeg and everything, I want it to be spiced. But I tried it as written just because I do that the first time I make it. So I will definitely be trying it again, but I will be upping the spice on that one. And it needs like some kind of maybe like a glaze or something. I'm gonna have to figure that out. Anyway, so I've got a tablespoon of oat fiber. That's not oat flour, it's oat fiber in my bowl and my bags. Now, this recipe, I was saying, Sherry Graham, you're a genius. So thank you for coming up with these fuel pull recipes. I really appreciate it. And I'm gonna link to this recipe below. It calls for 1 tablespoon of coconut flour, which I'm sure you could totally use because that's what the recipe says. I would prefer to use Trim Healthy Mama baking blend, which does have some almond flour in it, or excuse me, coconut flour in it. But it has other things too, so. And I have it, so I'm going to stick a tablespoon of baking blend into my bowl and into my bags. I am going to do 2 tablespoons. The recipe calls for Truvia. I have Gentle Sweet, and that is what I like, and so that is what I am going to use. I just gotta get sometimes you get little clumps of it. So I am just going to do 2 tablespoons in each of these. That one was a little small, so I made it a little bit bigger. Like, isn't this so much better to put together these bags when you have all this stuff out already? Like, it took me a minute to start to do this. And when I was pulling these ingredients out all the time, I'm like, Christy, what are you doing? This is just craziness. So we're gonna do 2 tablespoons of cocoa. This chocolate one is so good. I think tonight when I have this, I have some strawberries in the freezer. I think I may take some strawberries out and maybe sprinkle those with a little gentle sweet and kind of let them like macerate a little bit, and then put that on top. Cherries would be really good too. That would be really good. I'm gonna need more cocoa soon. Okay, I need this. Half a teaspoon of baking powder. So I'm gonna go through and do that. I'm gonna get full spoonfuls here. And I need a dash of salt. And I think there was one more thing. Oh, Glucki. This is another Trim Healthy Mama special ingredient. It, the full name, if I say it right, glucomannan. I think it's like a fiber, some type of fiber, I think. I'm not even sure. You can use it as like a thickening agent in like gravies and stuff and puddings, but it just calls for half a teaspoon, so a really small amount. And I have made up these baggies ahead of time, and I know that this all together like this works out just fine. Okay, so these are my dry ingredients. Now I'm going to close these bags, put them in my pantry, but another thing I'm gonna do, I'm always thinking to myself, what can I do to help my future self? I know that seems maybe kind of silly, but what can I do to help my future self? Well, instead of having to go back into my iPad, into Pinterest, finding this recipe, and then scrolling down for the recipe, what if with these bags on a little piece of paper, I just jot down the rest of the steps that I'll need to do in order to make it? So here's the rest, only a couple of things. 1/3 cup of egg whites, and I use those in the carton, so it's super easy. A tablespoon of water, and half of a teaspoon of vanilla. Added to the dry ingredients, I take a big old mug, a big one, because guys, this, I mean, I'm not even kidding. This mug cake is like this big, it's big. So a big mug, I spray it, mix everything up really good, put it in the mug, 1 minute and 30 seconds in the microwave. That's it. And then, of course, it's burning hot when you get it out, so I let it like sit for a minute, but it is so good. And having these prepped in the pantry just makes everything so much easier. So I'm just going to write down on a little piece of paper the egg whites, water, and vanilla, and put microwave for 90 seconds. And I'm gonna clip that piece of paper with these 4 baggies so that it's just all ready to go for me. So I'm actually going to make this in a minute, and I will come back when it is all done so that you can see what it looks like. So I shall return. Okay, I am back. My mug cake is cooked. I did it about 1 minute and 40 seconds. She does say in the recipe, don't cook it too long or it will dry out, and if the middle is still a little gooey, then that's okay. So I think I didn't really want my middle to be gooey, so instead of the 1 minute 30, I did 1 minute 40. While this is cooling for a quick second, I wanted to give you a couple of ideas of things that you could do to make, kind of jazz it up a little bit. So I went and looked at the different extracts that I have, and there were quite a few that I thought would be quite delicious to mix some of it into this batter. I have a coffee extract that I thought, oh, that would be good. I've got a bunch of Trim Healthy Mama extracts, and these are really good. These taste really good. I've got a maple, a pecan, a banana, a cherry, a caramel, a coconut, or a peanut butter. All of those would be delicious mixed in this batter. The other thing that I have, you guys, I'm gonna see if I can find this recipe, if it's readily available online. This is Coach Canada's, Kanada. She has, like, she came up with this peanut butter, and it's a fuel pull as long as you use 3 tablespoons or less. And you can mix up a batch of this and it keeps in the fridge great. I've even put it in the freezer before because we had to go out of town unexpectedly, and I was like, will this freeze? I have no idea, but it's gonna go bad just sitting in the fridge, so I might as well just try it. It was great. So that is what I had on my mug cake last night, and it was so good. So I want you to see this. This is a pretty big mug. Let me see if I have ounces. I do not have ounces on here. So, but this is a good size mug. This is bigger than your average coffee mug. Watch this. Can you see how big? Let me just see what I can get to show you, to try to give you some type of a reference on how big this is. I'm like looking around my kitchen trying to find something. Okay, so I don't know if this is really gonna help. This is like an average salt shaker. Like, this is the size of a salt shaker that I would expect anybody to have. It's not bigger, it's not smaller. Like, you guys, this cake is massive. It is massive, and it's a fuel pull, and it's really good. So I hope that you will try this recipe. I hope that you will make it your own, and if you try some type of extracts or anything on it, I would love for you to comment below and let me know what you tried, because I will totally try it. So if you found value in this video, I would love it if you would give it a like, and even more so, I would love it if you would subscribe to my channel. I'm a brand new channel, and I am loving putting these videos together to hopefully inspire you and encourage you and just help you any way that I can. So this is Christy from Help for Your Journey. I appreciate you watching, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye-bye.